Wait, no! No! How often they think of the Roman Empire. And I was like, what? That's the laziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that. This might be about to pull it back for me. What's your favourite Taylor Swift song? Let me eat my roast potato and sulk. Hello guys, welcome to a drive with us. I was going to say we've not done one of these in like a year, but we actually did one of these on the Gold Coast.
We did. What food did we get?
GYG. The total contrast of this video. So in the last video, which was this one, we tried a GYG, which is our favourite Australian takeaway. Today we are going to be trying and reviewing not just our least favourite takeaway, but I think Australia's worst rated fast food. And that is...
I don't even want to say it. I still have flashbacks from the last time. Red Rooster. And I don't know why there's so many of them. Like,
they are everywhere.
Pass them as common as like Mackey's and like KFC's and stuff. And I'm like, who's buying Red Rooster?
Clearly some people, because they're still in business. So we are going to be heading to our nearest drive-thru, which isn't too far from us. See if that one time that Tom is talking about was a one-off. Do you want to explain what happened for people that maybe didn't see that random vlog?
I thought it was just like KFC, so I just ordered like some chicken and then some what I thought were onion rings, and then there was like these deep fried rings, so I bit into it and it was pineapple. It was deep fried pineapple, and I love pineapple, but like not deep fried. And yeah, I literally just had a bite of it and I was just like put off. Like the full meal, it just put me off everything. And to be honest, even the chicken wasn't that nice.
Do you think maybe you just got unlucky with that chicken though? Like maybe today will...
To be honest, if it wasn't for the pineapple thing, which I guess was my fault to be fair, maybe I wouldn't have been as put off everything.
Why am I sort of tempted today to order their deep fried battered pineapple? I don't know why it's on the menu.
It was awful.
Anyway, we are going to set off. We're going to head there. I don't know what food they do that's veggie. I think it's mainly just sides, so I might be ordering a whole collection of sides. We're going to go.
I'm actually not looking forward to this.
I actually am, because I'm so hungry that I feel like
the thing.
I don't care. I could eat it. If it's terrible, it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm starving. The dog behind us.
Oh, can you see that dog? Okay, here we go. We're actually going in, guys, because let's see the menu at the drive-thru, and I don't even know what they sell. So. Hi, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Can I please get 6 of your cheesy nuggets?
Oh, your little cheese bites look like burgers.
What?
They've got like sesame seeds in them.
Let me see. Is it these? Oh yeah. Alright guys, we've got the good. We've got a few bits and bobs. What did you go for?
Some kind of chicken wrap, but it did have a fancy name.
Oh, it's this. Flavour? Oh, flavour.
You didn't say it like that though.
Crispy chicken or roast chicken?
If I'd have known, I maybe would have gone for the roast, because the crispy chicken last time was...
Okay, and then you've just got the regular fries.
I have just sampled the fried. It was actually quite good.
They're very small. Well, I went for their cheesy nuggets, guys, which actually, I'm gonna be honest, I'm quite excited about trying these. There's not actually that many places that do cheesy nuggets. Like sometimes McDonald's will bring in like mozzarella dippers or like cheese whatever, but they don't have them on their set menu. And then I got their crispy potatoes, which are basically like new potatoes, like the kind of potatoes that you get on a roast dinner. I'm not really too sure why they're very oily. The only thing I will say is we got no sauces, and I don't want to really eat any of this without like at least some kind of sauce, which is a shame. But
we'll go back.
Shall we go in?
Not we. You.
And then we actually both also did get dessert to try. So on their menu they have their like chocolate and caramel mousse.
Lucky that looks like the best thing.
Yeah.
You, to be honest.
Just gonna try it.
Drink's fine. Drink's spot on.
Really? The
They didn't make the drink.
The Coke's good, is it? I really hope that that's cheese, because that feels like chicken.
Oh, no, no, no. It was at this moment that he knew.
Wait, no. These are just chicken nuggets with cheese in them.
Have you just eaten it?
I just smelled it and realised that is chicken.
I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna say to you when you even ripped it open, I was like, that looks like cheese.
No!
Chicken.
Ah, they had nothing else.
Well, I can try mine.
Bloody hell. Well, you know when you were like, can I try one? And I was like, no. Sorry, cheesy nuggets sounds like there's no chicken in that. They really should market that better.
This is quite good actually.
Really? Let me eat my roast potato and sulk.
You can have the chips.
These are chips.
There you go.
No, I've got my mini roast dinner in here.
Well, you should have read the menu.
I read the menu. It said chicken nuggets or cheese nuggets. Maybe the word nugget should have given it away.
To be honest, I did think that.
Well, why didn't you say it?
Because you told me you looked at the menu.
I looked at the menu. I did look at the menu.
This is actually really good, to be fair.
Better than you remember it being, or?
Well, I didn't have a wrap. I just had some like chicken fillets, but they weren't very good.
I'm gonna come back to these because that is just a box of roast potatoes. I'm not overly enthralled. They're fried. Actually, they're way nicer than the roast potatoes. They're just way saltier. Something I will say, and I think there's a lot about Australia, is why are chips in this country so yellow? Like, they're always so yellow.
Look like they've gone through like Great. What do you call it? Like a power plant, but like there's a name for it. But
I have no idea what you're talking about.
well, when it looks like bright yellow.
The fries are really good, guys, I'll be honest with you. I think maybe, and this might be a bold claim, I prefer them to McDonald's fries.
I'm not really a fry person. Okay, so I've got a question for you.
You've got a question for me? Oh, okay, yeah. Tom and I have come up with just a couple of really random, off-the-wall questions to discuss.
There was no like cue for these questions, so they might just be completely way off. My first question to you is, has looking after a cat changed your opinion on cats? And would you now get a cat?
You know that it has, and you know that I would.
But they don't know that.
True. Yeah, it really has, guys. I think before, I said this in a video, I've never really like hated cats, but I've never really been around cats either. So I think I've instantly, in my head, always been a bit like, oh, cats, who'd want a cat? I'd want a dog. Like, dogs are really friendly. Cats don't want anything to do with you. I think we've just got quite lucky, because don't you think this cat has the personality of a dog?
Yeah, he's very tactile. He wants attention quite a lot, which I feel like is much more of a common trait in a dog than a cat.
But then you say that my dog is not, like, my dog doesn't want cuddles all the time. I wish she did.
No, that's true. But if you pick her up and sit her on your knee, she'll fall asleep on your knee.
Yeah, that's true. Which I always thought was like just a dog thing.
No.
I didn't realise cats were like that.
Maybe one of each in the future?
I would like one of each in the future, if you could guarantee that they get on. If you have a dog and a cat, let me know in the comments, how did you like mix them? Has it changed your opinion?
Yeah, I always liked the idea of one of each, but I just never thought they'd get on. And to be fair, that still might be the case.
Yeah.
But I still think I'd prefer, like, if I was gonna get two of anything, I think I'd prefer two dogs. I think having two dogs from the same litter would be really nice. Having like a brother and a sister, or even like a rescue and then a puppy. Like,
yeah, that's what I'd like. I'd really like to get a puppy so that I could like raise it from a puppy. And I know how special that is, like having had a puppy. But then I also love the idea of rescuing a dog. But I really fear that if I went to like a dog rescue place,
come back with them all.
I would actually not be able to leave the other ones there. I'd be like, I can take 7, that's fine.
And then I feel like you've always got the worry of like the temperament. You don't know how they've been previously trapped. They might not get on with the puppy or the cat or whatever animal you have.
That's a risk whenever you get another animal.
No, it is. That's why I'm always like, maybe if you get two at the same time, it would be fine.
I have a question for you that is very fitting given the trends on TikTok this week, and I don't know if any of you watching have seen this, but there's this trend going around being like, ask your partner, like your boyfriend or your husband, how often they think of the Roman Empire. And I was like, what?
It's such a stupid question, and it's not even funny.
No, but honestly, right, all of these men are like, oh, like twice a week, and I'm like, what is going on? To be fair, they're mainly American.
I think they're all taking the piss.
No, I don't think they are.
Other than when we studied it in school, back in like year 3 or whenever it was, I really don't think I've ever given the Roman Empire any consideration. And I know like barely anything. I probably should know a lot more about it. Why are people thinking about it like twice a week? What are they gaining from it?
I don't know. I thought the trend was fake. Maybe the trend is fake, but like these boys seem like they don't know the question's going to be asked. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, I don't know, like once a week, once a day. And I'm like, mate, they need to prioritise what they're thinking about in their heads. But I wanted to ask you, just in case you were secretly thinking of the Roman Empire once a day.
Yeah, usually like twice a week, really. I don't get it.
No, neither do I. Oh.
No?
They're fine, but firstly, they need way more salt on them or something on them. And secondly, it's like I'm just eating roast potatoes with my hands. These should be with gravy and a roast dinner with Yorkshire puddings. I've made the wrong choice, guys.
To be honest, I'm actually quite impressed with this.
Go on then, try this.
I'd get this again.
Review this for me. Oh, I'm so gutted that I didn't really think about the fact that that was chicken and cheese. Time to try one of these non-vegetarian cheesy nugs. Like they've injected it with liquid cheese. That actually sounds just horrible when you think about what that actually is.
I can't decide. They're pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Are you doing a 180 on Red Rooster?
Maybe.
And what's your next random question of the day for me?
While we're on the subject of takeaways, I thought I'd ask you your all-time favourite fast food or takeaway and your order from that place.
That's hard. That's really tough. I'm not a big takeaway fan, I'll be honest. Like, I love to eat out, but I don't love to order in. If I was really, really craving, and you're gonna so disagree with me on this actually, if I was gonna order something in instead of going out to eat it, I'd probably pick Nando's.
Yeah, I've never got on the Nando's bandwagon.
I really miss, so there is Nando's in Melbourne and you can order it, but you can't really order it to where we are right now. Thing is also, it's like something I crave randomly. Like I don't have Nando's every week. I'm not one of those people that's like having their weekly Nando's, but every now and then it just really hits the spot because like surprisingly for a chicken restaurant they have such a good vegetarian menu. Like they have so much choice on their veggie menu. So maybe I would pick Nando's, but I don't know if that's just because I'm kind of craving it right now.
Do you know what? I think the reason why I've never been able to get on like the Nando's bandwagon is because whenever I go there, I get like a chicken burger, but then the bread that it's
very hard.
It's always like really hard bread, and then I just like can't be arsed eating it.
That's the laziest thing I've ever had.
Yeah, I know, but I am just a lazy eater. And then also like the chicken, I actually just don't think it's that good. Or maybe the difference is maybe that's good chicken and I'm just used to like cheap takeaway.
I think that's
chicken.
probably is true. You know what else actually I'm really craving, and we can't get this here, and this is definitely going to be in my first week back in the UK. I'm going out for a Wagamama's. I want a Waggos so bad, and you can order that, but again, where we live at home, we can't order Wagamama's. But
do they have Wagamamas in Australia?
No.
No. Do they have an equivalent? They don't do Japanese food here, really, do they?
No, they do. Japanese food is huge here. But
no, but like as a takeaway, do they do?
Yeah.
Do they?
They'll deliver you anything in this country.
True.
They will Uber Eats you.
Yeah, it's Uber Eats. Isn't
Literally everything. Shall we try the mousse? I've still got my bloody roast potatoes.
I'm not just opening one.
No, I'm opening yours as well. We're not sharing. This one's mine.
Sorry, this does look good. I'm excited for this.
Guys, this might be about to redeem it.
And it looks like it's been freshly made today.
Look at that! And it's got caramel sauce at the bottom. This might be about to pull it back for me.
It's good.
No, it's good. It just doesn't have the texture of a mousse. It has the texture of a yogurt. This is not a chocolate yogurt.
That's kind of the same thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Mousse is like spongy. Mousse is kind of like...
No, I'd say this is mousse.
Mousse is like bubbly. It's like those Aero things.
Oh, no, you are right.
Well, either way, it's delicious. I just don't think it's a mousse, but it is
very
delicious.
good.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember those Rolo yogurts?
Oh, I used to love those.
Me too.
And then, do you ever have the Milky Bar ones? They were insane.
No, I don't think so. What is one random thing that's on your bucket list that you really want to do before you die? Like, it doesn't have to be travel specific. It doesn't have to be like really off the wall. It's just something that you're like, that's something I really want to do.
Own a Mustang.
Okay.
Not what you was expecting?
No, yeah.
I don't know. All the other things, fortunately, I've actually kind of done. Like, in terms of travel, I really want to do South America. But, like, just wanted a Mustang for, like, my whole life. So if I died and never drove or had a Mustang, I think I'd be pretty good.
You were meant to have driven one.
Yeah, COVID ruined that.
COVID ruined that. I bought Tom, like, this really nice like Mustang excursion day activity thing. And then obviously it was cancelled due to the pandemic.
And then we never had anything back from it.
Yeah, and I never got my money back.
Never got your money back?
that was the end of that.
I know, that's probably a weird answer, but...
No, because you have always really wanted that. This was delicious, actually.
Yeah, this is really good. Do you want the final question?
Yes, please.
So a really random one. Doesn't really matter at all. What is your favourite Australian supermarket? Also, what is your favourite snack from said supermarket? Both Australian. Like, I don't want you to be like, gonna go buy like McVitie's digestives.
It's always McVitie's digestives. What an Aussie specific snack? I actually don't know if I have one. What have I been buying a lot of?
You like a natter tart?
The Portuguese will be fuming that you just claimed Australia as the home of the natter
tart. No, but like they have it like
it's very popular here, yeah. My favourite Australian supermarket is probably Woolworths, even though I think it's more expensive.
Oh, really?
They always have way better choice.
No, you are right, but I just feel like we've got some kind of affiliation with Coles.
Well, everywhere we've lived, we've happened to be right next to a Coles,
yeah,
so that's just
definitely shopped at Coles more.
But I'd pick Woolworths, and I think my favourite Australian snack, I like lamingtons, but I don't eat them very often, but I do really like them. You know, the little like cake bars that are coconutty.
Yeah, I don't really like coconut.
I mean, Tim Tams are a bog standard Australian snack. Again, I don't really actually rate them. They're just a biscuit, you know.
Just a fancy penguin.
Yeah.
Without the jokes.
To be fair, there are some really good flavours of Tim Tams. I don't know, I think that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Lamington. Alright, I've got one last question that is completely unrelated. I don't know if I've ever asked you this on camera before. What's your favourite Taylor Swift song? Seeing as though she gets a lot of airtime across my channels and you literally saw her live, you gotta pick your top Taylor track.
There's two that spring to mind, but for very different reasons.
Go on.
So I think from the Taylor Swift point of view, Clean. I like Clean.
Yeah.
I think that's a good song. But then, just from like a song that I've always had saved for like years, and has always just been like a banger, I think Bad Blood, Kendrick Lamar. Obviously, I feel like that's not really like...
No, Taylor.
Well, it is her song. I don't know. I feel like I should pick one that's just Taylor. And if it was my just Taylor song, I would pick Clean.
Really?
But then,
you would pick Clean?
Yeah, I like that song. But then there is a few, because I quite like Nobody No Crime.
Yeah.
And
you're picking quite random tracks. These aren't like
there's always
tracks.
Yeah, there's always like two off each album. I'm like, I like that.
No, but those two that you've picked first, they're both off 1989. So this re-recording that's coming out in October, this is going to be like your re-recording.
But I think if I was to pick an album, I think I'd be more rap. Just from the songs, not from like the personality.
Listen to how he's speaking right now. He is converted to
Reputation's got some bangers.
Reputation precedes me.
It's a lot more like beaty.
It is a lot more beaty.
And that's the stuff I prefer.
My hope, guys, this is my actual hope, is that when she records another album that is not a re-recording album, so when TS11 eventually comes out, I really want it to be like a pop rock, or even just like indie rock. Like, I think she could really lend herself to that, and there's like parts of Reputation where it's like a bit more like that than any of her other albums.
She'll probably do it. It's like the only one she hasn't done.
I just think she'd be so suited to it, and she's sung some of her songs in like a rock style before, and it works so well, and I'm like, where is the rock album? Anyway, we are gonna go. I'm gonna actually switch over to my phone right now because my camera's gonna die. Sometimes I actually think the phone looks better than the camera. This is definitely better than the camera.
Yeah, I can actually see my hair now. It's absolutely horrendous. I do apologise.
I can see myself now and it's like, oh wow, here she is. But we're gonna end this video here.
I don't think it's the worst takeaway or fast food.
You don't think it's the worst?
No, I did think it was the worst before we had these. I'm kind of actually impressed. I enjoyed that meal.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't.
Well, it was kind of your own stupid fault.
It wasn't. I honestly, why are they marketed like that? I thought they were cheese nuggets, like cheese sticks. Like,
such a shame that
when
you can't eat these.
When you buy the mozzarella dippers from McDonald's, they haven't got a little bit of chicken hiding in there. That's just a mozzarella dipper. Overall, maybe it's not the worst takeaway chain, because when you consider everything, they've got a fair few options, mainly just for meat eaters. The service was fast, the staff were polite. Like, overall, it's probably not the worst.
It's obviously a popular choice for some people because it was like the drive-through was busy when we got there. There was people in there. Like, it's maybe I just had a bad experience.
I think you did. So
Hi, amigos.
is he speaking to us? Anyway, we are gonna leave it here. I hope you have enjoyed it, despite it being super all over the shop and the most random collection of questions, food, reviews, driving. Sometimes I just feel like it's the kind of video you want to see.
And if Ford want to like sponsor me to have a Mustang,
shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. Anyway, give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. If there's any other kind of like trying Australian things that you'd like to see before we leave Australia, do let me know down in the comment.
Perfect timing.
This guy's parking up right there. Other than that, I shall see you in my next video, which will be up on my channel on Saturday. Bye.
Bye guys.